Welcome back to Match Monday. I'm your host, Steve Kaufman, and joining me at this time, she is a host here at AfterBuzz TV. She is Jon Moxley's #1 fan. She is Anissa Barr.
That's me.
That's you.
That's me.
You're here, and we're here to talk probably in depth today in this taping schedule about Jon Moxley.
Yeah.
One of his first televised matches I could find was 2006, and it was a Sunday Night Heat. It was him and Eli Drake, and it was a Sunday Night Heat in Chicago, and they had a handicap match against the Big Show. The handicap was on them.
Oh, yeah.
I wanted to play that match here today, but it's 90 seconds long.
Oh.
So the next, like, if you want to dig it on back, the next thing we could find, it was him versus Jon Dahmer at CZW, and it was in 2009, 3 years after he worked with Eli Drake and the Big Show. You're kind of my guide into the Jon Moxley CZW stuff. What can we look forward to in this match?
Well, I mean, I haven't seen this match in so long, so you obviously probably won't get blood because this is his debut, but this is the birth of Deathmatch Jon Moxley.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Let's see the birth of Deathmatch Jon Moxley. This is presented by Combat Zone Wrestling. It's going to be presented ad-free. Combat Zone Wrestling, if you'd like the ad revenue, get at me, because I've tried everything I could.
Yeah.
I've tried everything I could, including like finding a lot of your videos and uploading them. You don't seem to use ad rev or any type of content ID system. I may be freelancing my way into that soon, because by virtue of doing this, the W looks very reminiscent of the ECWW of Combat Zone Wrestling.
I mean, it's hardcore stuff.
Also, I found, of all the Jon Moxley matches, I found a 9-hour file. It was a 9-hour file where you just had to go in and literally find the stuff. And this was the top of that match.
Yeah.
There they are, ECW Arena 2009.
Yeah.
What's actually funny is I was a mainstay in the general admission camera side of the ECW Arena. I wore a Cactus Jack shirt every week. I went as Cactus Jack shirt.
Yeah, you're from Philly.
Yes, I was Cactus Jack shirt guy, if anyone asked. And I'm trying to pinpoint exactly, but I want to say it was probably the full year of 2002. I was still in high school. I was a sophomore in high school.
And I would tell you how old I was.
And I would go to CZW shows literally. I think it was the third Saturday of every month. They would tape CZW. They would do CZW TV.
Wow, so you saw.
Oh, I didn't see any of these people. I didn't.
Okay.
This is 2009, and he had an enhancement match with the Big Show in 2006, but you didn't see anyone. And
I remember CCW backyard.
Well, because that was,
Remember those.
I think that was kind of an issue they had. That some of the footage you would find, they'd literally be in a backyard. And you would have
it was the owner of CCW.
John Zandig.
Yeah, he literally would do CCW in his mother's backyard because she had a big field.
And then he eventually got popular enough that he was able to run the ECW Arena. Part of the reason he was able to run the ECW Arena starting in 2002 is that 2001 ECW went out of business. So it went by like Viking Hall or the Asylum, the Arena. It's had a lot of different owners, a lot of different names.
Yeah, Jon Moxley was recently doing like a promo for All Elite for AEW.
Yes.
And he went back to this arena. I was like, wow, like he just said a lot of history.
Well, because he worked at the Leah Core Center at Temple University, so that would have not been a long drive.
Yeah.
To South Philly, Swanson, and Rittner for the ECW Arena.
Yeah.
Very light Jon Moxley, I'll say here.
Yeah.
This is before he wound up in Florida Championship Wrestling and working for Vince McMahon, who likes guys a little, I'd like to say, pec heavy, top heavy.
Yeah.
That's just kind of a look. And I think televised wrestling in general, we're expecting about 50 more pounds of muscle mass than what we're seeing on Jon Moxley.
He's so thin. He's probably like in his early 20s.
And I'm not saying that choice wasn't his own to really, but I think being in the WWE, being in that system probably had to really affect what he was going to do. We gotta. Nope. F you and your chop. There's your chop.
Well, yeah, because he had a staph infection on his elbow, and it's like, well, I just guess I'm gonna go work out.
Oh well, yeah, the most recent transformation. He had a staph infection in his elbow, and then he was he was medically cleared and they still didn't have anything for him, so he just kept working out.
Yeah.
He was like, one day maybe they'll use me.
Yeah.
Oof.
Man.
Those aren't chops.
I
Those
feel
are.
like he's gonna move. Oh no, I thought he was gonna move and just hit his arm.
I think a chop you can get away with that with an actual smash, like the inner forearm smash he was doing. Like you could wreck yourself on a ring post.
So I have a question.
Please.
What are your thoughts on the yellow referee? Like the t-shirts instead of the traditional.
I like the yellow referee. He matches the ring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he's not yellow, but I mean his t-shirt is.
No, but he's a yellow and black, and like yellow and black are the primary CZW colors. I always I just think like look-wise, CZW kind of locked in what they wanted to look like. I think what hurt them is if you're trying to be more violent than ECW, you're missing out on the fact that ECW had a lot of not weapony, gimmicky matches, and I think that's CZW over time kept, and they also kept playing the underground card. But like calling it out, which in the late 90s, early 2000s, you could get away with being like, yeah, man, you're not gonna, oof, that was beautiful.
The fact that he has Scream on his drums.
That's actually for
that's so
for 09. That's he got some coin together.
Yeah.
Actually, full disclosure, this would have been 09.
Yeah.
So in the calendar year 2009, I also was at the ECW arena and saw Ric Flair, because he was, for a very brief period before the WWE hired him back, the on-screen commissioner for Ring of Honor. So Ric Flair actually did perform at the ECW arena.
Oh.
And then he called out a girl in the front row I went to elementary school with.
Oh no.
And said that, oh man, if this were 20 years ago, you'd have rode Space Mountain. And it was somehow not sexist at all. Like it was.
Well, I mean.
It was an honor. It was Ric Flair. She was into it. It was a whole thing.
It was 2009. Nobody was sensitive.
I'm not gonna put her name out there if she doesn't want it. But I went to elementary school with that girl. Anyone was at that Ring of Honor show.
Oh man.
Which I think it was 07.
Yeah.
When ECW One Night Stand. It might have been 06.
Ooh,
oh,
nice.
That
was nice. That was a nice suplex.
Paul Heyman visited the ECW arena because they were going to do ECW One Night Stand, and he visited it, and they refurbished it so much under the CZW and the XPW, and it became a boxing venue and an actual concert venue versus a rundown bingo hall. That he's like, I can't use this.
Yeah.
This actually looks like the Hammerstein Ballroom. Always looked like the Hammerstein Ballroom.
Yeah.
The ECW arena when he shot. Whew.
That was a nice chop.
Oh, I like when the overhand and the underhand, both.
Nice chops.
Yeah.
Yeah, not bad.
A very young and dumb me might have asked,
Yeah.
how do you sell chops? Well, no, how do you sell chops? And the answer would be they hurt. You don't.
Hurt.
There's no selling. Like, if anything, the only way to really sell a chop is to not put your hands up the second time.
Yeah. Oh,
because that's what you're gonna want to do.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my god, that really hurt. I'm not gonna let that happen again.
Same like with chair shots. I mean, you can't even.
Oh, are we gonna do an unprotected head chair shot? This is 09. Oh. I think we're definitely gonna get one, but they're at least. I like this.
Yeah.
You introduce the chair.
Uh-huh.
The chair's gonna happen.
Yeah.
But you actually because it's been 2 false finishes with a chair move.
Uh-huh.
That when the chair move actually happens, it's gonna mean so much more than if he just came in and hit him with the chair 8 times.
Right.
Because that's the 3rd false finish with the chair.
Right.
We still yet to see the chair actually used. If this were a WWE match, there would be no DQ.
Right.
The DQ has not happened yet. The ref would have also thrown the chair out of the ring, but you get what I'm like.
I mean, it's ECW. There's really no rules.
And then, ooh.
There you go.
But like that had so much more impact because that guy had never been hit in the head with the chair yet.
Yeah.
And then that's the match.
There you go.
That's how you build up the correct impact. And Philadelphia faithful here not liking this.
Well,
They don't seem to know who Jon Moxley is.
Well,
it's part of it.
They knew him 10 years later. Now they know who he is. Now they know who he is.
Well, yeah, now they all know who it is. This is also a fine opening contest.
Yeah.
For a CZW show in 2009.
And this is what I loved about him and what really caught my eye is just him just cutting promos after.
Yeah, him cutting promos, or even just the face. Like, If I were...
Like, he got it real quick.
Yeah, if I were Terry Taylor, or Dusty Rhodes, honestly, in Florida Championship Wrestling, if I were Dusty Rhodes looking at Jon Moxley's tape, I would be... The two things I would have taken from this tape would have been, one, the facials at the end. Like, when he looked at the camera, the part of the crowd didn't react, part of the crowd booed, and then he looked directly in the camera and was like, this is who I am, this is what I'm about. And then the second thing would be the chair. Yeah. That he brought in the chair and like really used the chair in a way that didn't... He could have just whacked him 12 times with the chair, but where's the fun in that? Exactly. You should actually beat him. And those are the two things I saw from this matchup that were a lot of fun. Anything stick out to you?
You know, I'm so interested the fact that they did use a chair in this match. I haven't seen this match in years. But I think, you know, this is the birth of him using weapons.
Okay. Yeah. Well, depending on when you're watching this, you can for sure go to MatchMonday.com and find a lot of Jon Moxley using a lot of weapons with us watching it. Yeah. In the meantime, where can the people find you on Twitter? You can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Anissa Barr. And I'm Steve Kaufman. You can find me on Twitter almost exclusively at Steve Kaufman. That is KAUFMANN. I do a lot of stuff with a lot of stuff. And you can go to MatchMonday.com. It is powered by AfterBuzz TV. And I will see you next week.